The new Red Dead Online update for the month of March has brought about 4 gold and money bonuses and payout changes for you to enjoy, and today on the show we're going to be breaking down all of the best ways that you can capitalize on these bonuses so that you can make tons of extra gold and money just by playing Red Dead Online this month. While the content in question for this event does get a bad rap for content that many players didn't really want added to the game, if you do just enjoy riding around on horseback and shooting basically everything that moves, then this content is just fine, and it's going to be very beneficial for new players out there who want a head start in the game as well. You can either just relax for your own enjoyment and still stack currency, or if you're a hardcore player like me, you can also take the more grindy approach. But overall, just by being smart with running these missions and engaging with these activities, and basically by selectively picking and choosing where to focus your efforts, you can make game-changing amounts of gold, money, and XP this month. And so with that said, let's get started. If you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you want to stay up to date with everything Red Dead Redemption 2 as well as Red Dead Online, then please consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. First, we have double gold, money, and XP on all blood money opportunities. I figured I should lead with this bonus for this money guide here today because this is the gold bonus, but it's honestly not going to be the most beneficial for players, nor is it one that you can really farm this month anyway because of the extreme lack of Capitale you'll have if you try and continuously farm these opportunities here. And for comparison's sake, even though they're not really the most directly comparable in my opinion, but these would be similar, I guess, to legendary bounties, in the scope of the blood money update itself, these are the highest paying, most intense missions offered. But in order for you to earn top tier legendary bounty pay like you would completing a Red Ben Clemson, Etta Doyle, Virgil Edwards, or Tobin Winfield bounty, you will need to play these missions on ruthless difficulty, which does require an incredible 25 Capitale to start. Now what I would recommend here is ultimately though is if you plan on using this bonus to earn extra gold from it, then just start them on standard difficulty since it only costs 15 Capitale instead of 25. Sure, you're going to earn less money per opportunity since the money is dictated by difficulty as well as time spent, but I would argue the gold bonus on this is more important, and doing more of these missions to earn gold on lower difficulties will behoove you more than farming less opportunities on higher difficulty just to make maybe $40 more so on each ruthless difficulty mission compared to a standard difficulty one for the same time spent on that mission. But whatever your choice here, there's 3 of them you could play. The Covington Emerald opportunity, which has you infiltrating a highly guarded train that's leaving Saint Denis so you can secure the emerald here. You have the option of using fireworks to draw security off of the train to give yourself an opportunity to get on board in a stealth-like manner, or just go in guns blazing if you choose to, like me. With the Ember of the East opportunity, you have to go to Ansburg and sweep the mining town to find this ruby, which can be randomly found in one of 3 locations, either the sheriff's office, the foreman's office, or the mine itself. And then finally, the most challenging one of them all, the Il Sovrano Diamond blood money opportunity. With this mission, there are a number of ways to steal the diamond, but the easiest method probably is going to be to use stealth here. You can set fire to a barn, which is going to draw the locals out of the nearby saloon, but alternatively, you can head inside and listen to the conversation unfolding upstairs here, and in that bar, you could take a seat at a table and pay close attention to the chatter on the balcony. Men are going to be arguing over who should look after the Il Sovrano diamond during its brief layover in Rhodes, etc., and it turns out that one local is already protecting it just outside of the town. Now, killing and looting that target will reveal the Il Sovrano diamond's location, and if you decide to go in guns blazing on this one, then you absolutely need to tonic up with a potent or a special health cure, fortify your health core, and then proceed. There's just something about these enemies on ruthless difficulty where they just rip you to shreds. Maybe it's just the placebo effect, but for me it really seems like the repeating shotgun damage is more extreme on the other ruthless difficulty content, or even 5-star legendary bounty content. Now when it comes to the double gold, money, and XP payouts for the blood money opportunities, it really all depends on if you go in with the loud approach or stealth. If you go in with the stealth approach and you complete the mission in stealth mode still without really firing many bullets, then of course you will get a slight bonus on top to maximize your money payout. Gold stays the same. So for the 12-minute method, if you go in guns blazing, which should give you like the lowest payout that we're going to just talk about right here, you're going to make your 64 gold nuggets because it is double gold instead of the usual 32 gold nuggets for 12 minutes spent on a mission. You'll be making about $340 to $360 for the payout, and then of course like 1500 XP or something like that. Say if you go the full 30 minutes and you go in stealth mode because you only want to play one mission or something like that and you want to maximize how much currency you're earning, then you will earn almost a full gold bar. You'll be earning 96 46 gold nuggets instead of the usual 48 gold nuggets for 30 minutes spent at the gold, money, and XP pay cap, and you'll be making close to $450 as well from this opportunity mission and several thousand XP. So that is awesome right there. But moving on, we also have double money and XP on all of the blood money contracts. All of these contracts are going to be paying out double money and XP here, and I do think that a lot of players, including myself, were really wishing that these would have a gold bonus to accompany these contracts, just as we had the double gold on the legendary as well as the infamous bounties last month, which is probably the most directly comparable content to blood money contracts, since they're both 3-part missions with an overarching storyline that's unique to each contract, just as the infamous bounty locations and the bounty boards for each infamous bounty are going to be unique at each bounty board across the 5 states. However, we don't have that this month, and unfortunately, double money is just going to be what we have, but honestly, that's still a solid month. And especially if you are a newer player who doesn't have access to any roles yet, this is some great low-level player content, or honestly, it's even good for players who like their infamous bounties, but now they just want to break because of the double gold grind last month. Well, this content is going to pay you almost the same amount of money with this bonus here as the infamous bounties do with 1x money. So the strategy, as always, once again, when it comes to timed content, is 12 minutes spent on each of these missions because of that optimal 32 gold nugget payout. Remember, these aren't double gold, so it's just going to be 32 gold nuggets for 12 minutes spent, and this allows you as a player to complete up to 4 of these missions per hour in a best case scenario. Honestly, I would just aim for 3 though. That's going to take you at most 36 minutes right there. But say if you do 4 in an hour, that's 48 minutes in total on the missions. That leaves 2 minutes left over for you to basically fast travel around the map to start different missions and load in, and then another 10 minutes to spare where you can get a quick legendary bounty done, or sell your moonshine, stock up trader, kind of whatever you want to do. Go to the fence and sell some items, go to Madame Nazar and sell some collectibles, whatever you need to do. Now, I know most of the community here hears the blood money and yawns and rolls their eyes because they hated that DLC update. However, in terms of raw gold and money making numbers, this is actually an awesome bonus for the month of March. 12 minutes on these blood money contracts, like I said, 64 gold nuggets, about $58.12 over that 12 minutes, and then of course over 1,000 XP as well. There's 6 blood money contracts in total, and with 3 parts to each contract, that's 18 individual double money contract missions to enjoy for this month. We have the railroad contract, the saloons contract, the blue water contract, Cornwall contract, as well as the Jeb Phelps contract, and you can access any of these missions for the contracts or the opportunities by approaching any of the low honor strangers in the free roam who offer you free roam missions, but don't select the free roam missions, obviously, select the blood money missions and find their contracts. Now, we also have one other bonus to coincide with this one, which is pretty good here, and that opportunity is bonuses on looted Capitale. So basically here, if you're looking for a little bit of extra Capitale here, either from the contracts or to start the opportunity missions, Rockstar states on their newswire to take extra time to loot the various chests, bodies, and camps that you come across on your path to find that Capitale, because your chances of discovering the mob's chosen currency across all blood money contract missions are boosted throughout this month. Now, I will confirm here in this video that Capitale loot rates are doubled, at least when it comes to the guaranteed Capitale that you loot from chests or people during those specific contracts, like they say on the newswire. When it comes to the RNG Capitale that you loot, honestly, I haven't noticed much of a difference here. It could just be single, but honestly, I would imagine they just put it double across the board, even if they didn't talk about it in their newswire. So this means instead of the usual 1, 2, or 3 Capitale you get for looting, now you'll get 2, 4, or 6. And when it comes to my own tips and tricks for finding Capitale, definitely use my resource down in the description below, as I will showcase to you and detail to you exactly how and where you can find guaranteed Capitale spawns throughout your contracts while you play. Each contract mission segment has a spawn point like this, and it's just up to you to find it. So if you have that resource as a guide and you use it, you're going to be earning the absolute very least, which is either 2 Capitale, or you'll get 4 or 6 Capitale per each blood money contract part, meaning you're going to be able to do and complete lots of extra blood money opportunities as well this month, compared to just blindly running around hoping that you loot some Capitale. We do also have an opportunity for double money and XP on featured series. As always, this is kind of a typical bonus we have here. Normally, I would say this is good for players without roles who need the extra gold fast, but there's no gold bonus this month, and honestly, it'll just be much more lucrative if you farm contracts as well as opportunities instead of playing PvP with the featured series, unless you just like the showdown experience, of course. But I would definitely recommend, since it's the same bonus with double money and XP, just like contracts, I would focus on those blood money contracts. But that is everything that I want to help you with in today's gold and money guide for the March event and update to Red Dead Online. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Make sure to like the video if you found it helpful. Consider subscribing to the channel if you guys are new, and make sure to check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, where I go live with really fun Red Dead Online live streams several times a week. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Adios, amigos.